Good evening, good evening, Rao sir, and all the respected members in the group.
Good evening, madam. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Uh, Good evening to one and all present here on this online platform. I, Dr. Afia Banu, Assistant Professor, Department of Social Work, Sri Ram Saroop Memorial University, Barabanki, welcome you all to the second day of 11-day online FDP on entrepreneurship. Our today's speaker is Dr. A.N. Rao, and his topic is types of entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship. Dr. Rao sir is serving as Assistant Professor of Social Work and as a Director of JNLU Legal Incubation Council, JLIC at Gujarat National Law University, Gandhinagar. Currently, he is also serving as Research Fellow in INTI International University, Malaysia. He has also served as the Dean of Research and Publication Division, JNLU. He has got extensive 12 years of teaching experience and research experience at JNLU. He holds a PhD degree from a prestigious institution of our country, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai, in the year 2012. His teaching and research experiences include social entrepreneurship, research methodology, human resource management, and disability studies. He was also the visiting research fellow at Ferry University, Berlin, Germany, and visiting faculty at the Adani Institute of Infrastructure Management, Ahmedabad. He has also published more than 20 research papers in the area of social entrepreneurship and disability studies. His articles are included in the well reputed journals like Sage, Wiley, Routledge, Elsevier, Rawat, etc. As a director of JNLU Legal Incubation Council, he has trained more than 100 young women on social entrepreneurship program with the support of British Council and conducted various capacity building programs capacity building programs and on social entrepreneurship, social business models. His GLIC has provided seed grants to 19 legal and social startups, along with Student Startup Innovation and Policy, Department of Higher Education, Government of Gujarat. Adding to it, recently he organized the AICTE Atal online 5-day faculty development program on social entrepreneurship from August 3-7 to 2021. Sir, we heartily welcome you to this online platform, and over to you, sir. Now we are eagerly waiting to hear your words. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for the nice introduction. And first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta for giving me this special opportunity. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Right? Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so today is the second day as a part of the day two session. Title of the session is Types of Entrepreneurship with a special reference to social entrepreneurship. So yesterday we had Professor Bhavin Pandya sir session on basic understanding of what is startup and entrepreneurship. Now, with reference to the social entrepreneurship, I'll be taking for the next 1 hour. If there are any questions, anything would like to ask anything, feel free to stop me. Okay. So first, before starting the session, this is my content is going to be like this. What is entrepreneurship and what are the different types of enterprises we have it? And what is the specialty of the social entrepreneurship? And within social entrepreneurship, can we classify it? Are there any different kind of classifications? And what are the different models of social enterprises? So I'll be taking the session with the help of the case studies. So the entire session is going to be depending on the case studies, some live cases. I'll be more happy if somebody would also like to add it. So feel free to add it. It's not that I only have to take the session. Now coming to the certain references, these are some of the references. especially from the Indian context. Professor Madhukar Shukla from XLRI he recently came out with a very interesting book from the Indian context. There are so many books we have on social entrepreneurship that are from the Western context. But especially from the Indian context, we have it is like a textbook. We can call it as a textbook and full of case studies. Every concept explained with the help of the case studies. So thanks to Professor Madhukar Shukla, and there are Professor various other contributions we have it. Okay. Now, as you can see this particular slide, okay, when you're looking at this particular slide in our day-to-day life, take it any situation, whether it is environmental problems, whether it is a person with disabilities problems, poverty, unemployment, sexual abuse. This it depends on developing country, underdeveloped country, or developed country. Every country has their own problems. When I talk about the developed country, they have single parenthood families. Uh, they have parents with elderly people. Now, thanks to the advancement of science and research and advancement of medicines, our life expectancy rate is increased. Earlier, when India got independence, it was around 35, 35 to 40. Today, we have around 71 plus, I think so, right? As on today, we have our life expectancy rate is around 71. Now, though I don't know whether we have to feel it happy or have to be feel bad about it. The kind of medicines, the kind of food, the kind of air, the kind of pollution that you have it, completely unhygienic, right? We don't know what kind of quality of food we are eating it. Everything is hybrided, right? Everything is what to say, hybrid variety of seeds. There is no quality because they have to reach, they have to marketize, they have to get the profits. Now we are trying to produce the products. We don't have time to wait till getting as per the natural process. So one side we are very happy that our life expectancy rate increased, but on the other hand, we can see the lot of issues we have it. We can't simply blame government, right? Because government has its own limitations. It's not just about government. You're all part of it. We are all, every each and every person is part of it. We also need to recognize that government has its own limitations. If you talk about the private sector, they always try to maximize it. If you talk about the non-governmental sector, they are all depending on the donations, charities. Currently, from last 5 10 years, if you look at many of the reports, there is lack of trust, lack of transparency, especially among the civil society organizations. I'm not saying that all societies, not all the organizations. There are few organizations. They are just became like a job. Just because you are not getting job, let's start NGO. There are some sections. I'm not saying that all the NGOs. NGOs have played crucial role for the development of each one of us, right? Whenever there is any policy, whenever there is any kind of decision taken by the government, NGOs have played crucial role. Up to what extent is going to affect the common man? But currently, there are certain NGOs. They become like they have to sustain. They have the family has to sustain. So whether it's government sector, whether it's private sector, whether it's civil society organizations, they have their own limitations. Wherever government is not able to reach, NGOs is to reach, but they are depending on the charities donations. Now take any sector, we have limitations. We have to recognize it. Government of India comes up every year or at least 5 years once, 10 years once, saying that because of our contribution, because of particular political party, we are able to see that poverty rate is declined, right? Poverty rate is declined. Now, what about inequality? We are able to say because of particular political party, particular ideology, particular government, we don't exactly is really are we able to see decline of poverty? If there is a decline of poverty, why still certain sections of the people are not able to have access to resources? Why there is inequality is increasing day by day, right? So the gap between the rich and poor keep on increasing it. So I don't want to go to statistics, but if you look at some of the statistics here, we can able to see that our poverty line declining day by day or year by year, right? But I don't think that actually, even if there is that is correct, that's true. But still, we have so many people. There are so many problems which cannot be solved by the government, which cannot be solved by the civil society organizations, which not the priority of the commercial enterprises or commercial business as well, right? So in that case, what else we have it? What are the options we have it? There are so many developed countries always promises that we are going to assist developing countries, but I don't think they are able to promise. They are able to fulfill the promise they have made it. Right now, take it any developed country. They always say that we are going to contribute 3% of our GDP as a assistance to developing countries. Till now, I didn't see any much major significant contribution to assist the developing countries. Now, in that case, there are so many models were adopted by various practitioners, various policymakers, various uh, problem solvers. They felt that entrepreneurship can be the one which can try to fulfill the needs of the people. Now, when you talk about the entrepreneurship, what comes to your mind? Entrepreneurship, what comes to your mind? Somebody thinks that they are good at the risk taking. They're not good risk taking. They are good at risk calculation. For example, as a student, I got placement. I need to take the call whether I have to go for placement, which is promising around 60,000 rupees per month, or I need to see other my idea, my interest, which is not sure whether I'm going to get the success or not. On the other hand, parents are looking for, okay, my son got the placement, he's going to settle it. My heart says that I have to go for internship, entrepreneurship, but my condition says that I have to go for the placement. Now, which one I have to take it? I need to, an entrepreneur is a person who is good at risk calculation. Okay, if I'm going for the particular idea, just because of I'm confident about it, how much loss I'm going to incur? It is going to be for 2 years, 3 years, right? So no person loves the risk, but they are good at calculating the risk. Entrepreneurs are the persons who are good at networking, good at collaborations, good at bringing various strategies, right? So entrepreneurs, basically, they are confident about their ideas. They can convince the other persons. They are confident about it. It's not that they have money. They can launch any venture without having any kind of fund in their hand. So basically, entrepreneurs, there are certain traits one need to learn it. Just having idea is not sufficient, right? Just having idea is not sufficient. You also need to protect your ideas. You also need to see when to launch your venture. If you start thinking that I'm going to be an entrepreneur, you start thinking, you're not going to think about it. You are not going to launch about it. But entrepreneur is a person looking at the situation like window of opportunity. Window of opportunity means you also need to have clarity about test political situations, economic situations, science and technology situations, current situations, various external factors. It's not just about how much confident about you are. You also need to see various external factors, way to launch it, right? So right now, I'm not going to discuss about it, but entrepreneur is a person who is basically trying to maximize their profits, who comes up with an idea, maximize their profits. They want to expand their ventures, right? Now, when it comes to the different types of entrepreneurs, we have a lot of enterprises like based on technology, we have enterprises based on small scale size, medium scale size, large scale size. We also have trade entrepreneurs, manufacturing related, service related, IT based related. Now we have different types of enterprises, including green entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, drone entrepreneurs. Now, when it comes to the social entrepreneurship, among all these social enterprises, social entrepreneur is a person who combines the innovations for serving the society, who comes, who combines innovation, who combines entrepreneurial skills for serving the society. Just like a commercial entrepreneur, earning the profits is the most important part. But the earning the profits is not the mean, is not the end itself. Because as entrepreneur is a person, social entrepreneur is a person who is going to do the business just like a social entrepreneur. And what are the profits they are going to gain, they are going to reinvest as a part of their venture. Now, if you're not going to generate income as a part of your venture, you cannot call it as a social enterprise. If you're not able to generate income as a part of your venture, there is no difference between non-governmental organizations and social enterprises. Now, if somebody asks what exactly is the legal definition of social enterprise, now currently we don't have exact definition of social enterprise. 2 years back, Social Stock Exchange of India tried to define the concept of what is meant by social entrepreneurship. It also given saying that If your organization generates income, at least 67 to 70% of income, in addition to depending on the donations, charities, you can call it as a social enterprise. Again, still there is a lot of debate, a lot of discussion on what is considered as a social entrepreneurship. So as far as what I am discussing right now, social entrepreneurship is nothing but combining the innovation, entrepreneurship skills for serving the society. It can be a triple bottom line. It means one can include social aspect, economic aspect, environmental aspect in order to serve the society. Right now, if you look at in general entrepreneurship point of view, what all the things are required? We required a right team in order to capture the market. Right. For example, right now, my university, Gujarat National University, it is a knowledge corridor. We have around 7 to 8 universities. We have 7 to 8 universities. We have. It means we can see that good amount of student market, nearly around 10 to 15,000 students. Okay, at least even if you take 10,000 students, it's really a good market. Why I'm saying a good market? In order to capture this particular student and faculty members or nearby societies, what kind of business you can do that? In order to do the business, what kind of team is required? So we required, it is a big market, so there is opportunity. In order to capture this particular market, what are the resources required in terms of physical resources, financial resources, human resource, physical resources, financial resources, and we also require human resources point of view. Now, as an entrepreneur, you have to balance both all the three parameters, all the three items. One has to balance it. We have good opportunity, but if you don't have good resources or you don't have good team, it is going to fall. So as an entrepreneur, you're going to balance how we are going to capture the market with the help of the resources, with the help of the team. If market is going down, how you are going to reduce your resources or how you are going to reduce your team. So there are always like connection between the all the three aspects if you want to run a successful entrepreneurship or successful business plan, right? So it is, as you can see, the seesaw. If you have good low opportunity, more resources we are putting, it is going to collapse. It is going to fall left side. We have more resources but less opportunity, then it's going to fall right side. So as an entrepreneur, as per the 2 minutes model, one has to balance all the three aspects. When it comes to the social entrepreneurship, it's not just about the opportunity, the resources. We also need to see opportunity is here nothing but it can be need, it can be problem, it can be market gap, right? So as a social entrepreneur, as a change maker, you are identifying certain needs. I'm saying that need can be problem, need can be market gap, need can be some kind of social change, societal changes. So how we are going to capture this particular idea? There is a need, and in addition to that need, individual motivation. Okay, there are so many problems we have. Why only few people are coming forward? What makes them? What are the motivational factors influences them? When I talk about motivational factors, is it because I'm a person with a disability? I'm coming from disability background, so that is the reason I'm launching venture. Is it the reason? Or I'm a faculty of education department, so my background, my knowledge, I want to use it. Is it the reason that I want to work on this particular idea? Or my communities belongs to this particular problems? My community is facing these particular problems. So I am seeing day and night how my community suffered it. I don't want to see as it is. I want to bring some changes. So what are the motivational factors? It differs person to person. It differs person to person, right? So in addition to that, individual factors, individual motivation is not sufficient. Are there any people who can travel along with me? Maybe I can launch myself, but down the time, how I'm going to convince other members? It can be my co-founder, it can be my seed grantor or investors, right? Or how I'm going to improve this particular idea, how I'm going to improve my social community, right? So if whatever having idea that is not sufficient, your idea must be need, your idea must be social problem, or it can be a market gap, and there must be some kind of motivational factors which influences. Why I'm saying that motivational factor? For example, you might have seen so many people, rack pickers, rack pickers or beggars, so many people. If you are having some kind of sympathy, what you'll do? You'll give 10 rupees. If he belongs to billionaire family or millionaire family, you'll give 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees, right? Something. But it is going to be based on sympathy one time, two times, three times. But when it comes to the social entrepreneur, you're trying to attack the underlying causes of the problem. I'm not giving 10 rupees to the beggar, but I'm trying to look at it as a change maker. I just want to change their life. I want to see that this particular person is not going to beg next day. This particular person is not going to go for begging for the next day. So how I can bring changes in their life, right? So it's not just about giving just because you're having somebody donating money, right? Just because if you're going to donate it, you're not going to bring any kind of changes in their life. But as a change maker, as a social entrepreneur, you're trying to attack the underlying causes of the problem. It means instead of treating the symptoms, like after getting the problem, instead of treating the symptom, you're trying to attack the underlying causes. So why they are suffering in this particular poverty from generation to generation. If you take the example of Professor Muhammad Yunus, Grameen Bank founder, as a part of his study, he was visiting various rural areas. Okay. And he was seeing the women, they are day and night working, and they're not able to come out of vicious circle of poverty from generation to generation. It's not that particular women, rural women are not working. They are putting a lot of hard work, they are preparing various products, but they're not able to sell their product in the market as per the market price. Just because they are taking a lot of debts, they are taking a lot of loans, and the intermediaries are not allowing them to sell their product in the market. So just because intermediaries is putting a lot of pressure, so they're selling to the that particular money lender itself. So they're not getting the price as per the market price. So as you can see that they're not able to come out of it. There are a couple of examples. Before going to that, let me show you one more slide. What are the motivational factors influences? I'm sure some of you might be knowing. There's a person named Miss Aditi Gupta. She's from Ranchi, and currently she is in Ahmedabad from last 15 years. Okay, I met her in the year 2016 as a part of my data collection, and I also invited her as a part of my British Council project to take the session on it. Okay, now who is she? She is the founder of Menstruopedia. Menstruopedia is a website, is a having comic book as well. When she was a young girl, she experienced the menstruation, and she was not able to talk about what is menstruation with her family members. Now, coming from traditional family, and uttering the word about menstruation is considered as taboo. Still, we can't discuss in various our family members what is menstruation, how to handle it. If you go to schools at present, I believe that many of the schools might be talking about what is menstruation, what is reproductive rights, what is primary parts, and all right. But still, I'm sure even today, many of the rural areas, in many of the states, some of the schools they are not discussing the concept of reproductive rights or reproductive parts or what is menstruation as a part of the syllabus because they want to avoid the unawkward questions in the classroom. So at home they are not getting communication. There is no knowledge. In school there is no communication about what is menstruation, what is reproductive parts, or in general you talk about it. Now, from where they get the information, where they will understand what is happening to women in a month, 3 to 5 days. We have 50% of the population, how they're experiencing this particular phenomena, how they're coping with this particular phenomena. Okay. Now, there is a lack of information and we can't discuss about it. If you go to rural areas, sister knows that her brother is going to city. If he asks sanitary pads, he can buy for me. But she can't ask. She can't ask her father, she can't ask her father, brother. In rural areas, still people are using unhygienic practices during the menstruation stage. As a result, it leads to a lot of health, skin diseases, a lot of health related issues. It is going to affect directly their active participation in higher education institutions. Most of the time, we always says that why right to education failed. We don't think about how many education institutions are able to maintain sanitary related issues. How many schools have in rural areas public toilets, right? Now, this is one issue. So she experienced it, and later on, she did her BTech course. She settled as a learning designer. She was designing a lot of books, as she's good at learning design. Later on, she came to Ahmedabad and she joined in NID, National Institute of Design. She was doing her master degree course. During her second year, she's supposed to do a dissertation work. So she, along with her boyfriend, right now her husband, Tuhlin Patel. So they did work on this particular comic book. She was thinking, why I can't take the menstruation as a topic? And she submitted the project to the Ford Foundation. She got the fellowship from the Ford Foundation. So they designed this particular comic book as both Tuhlin Patel and Aditi Gupta. They're good at this particular learning design content, but they're not having money. They're not having money. So they have interest, they have passion. They came up with a very innovative work. Now here, what happens is that before coming this particular book, they didn't jump directly. They collected data from nearly 3,000 people. They also conducted ethnographic research to understand, being a woman, she know what is happening to women. But again, she want to understand from various, uh, from teachers of various schools, parents, gynecologists, psychologists, different stages of women members, ladies. Okay, so after understanding, after collecting data from different people, they designed this particular comic book. This particular comic book consists of three characters. They talks about what is menstruation is all about it. So what I'm trying to say that still we're not ready to discuss the concept of menstruation, but she has came up with innovative method like entertainment. For example, I don't need to discuss to my daughter what is menstruation. I simply can buy this particular book as a any other reading material that we buy for them as a birthday gift, as any general. So they start studying it. It's not just about girl, even boy should understand, boy should read this particular comic books so that they can understand what is happening to women. Now, what I'm trying to say that as a part of uh, when you're coming with innovation, just having one idea is not sufficient. How this particular idea is going to, whether it's going to solve the problem, whether it's going to solve the need, is going to be fulfilling the market gap, and to pursue that, what kind of motivation we have it, right? Are you confident about it because of your talent, because of your knowledge, or because of your experience? You want to. So, what are the motivational factors? What kind of capacity? How you decided that? How much confident you are? Is it because of innovation, because of technology, because of your supporting team, right? So once we have the opportunity, you also need to assess. There are certain assessment tools which we generally use to test our social ideas, whether my idea is really viable or not. Like some of the metrics: social value potential, market value potential, competitive advantage value potential, and sustainability value potential. After checking the idea, how this particular idea, if you pursue it, how it is going to be there. Because as an entrepreneur, as a social entrepreneur, you need to think. It's not that one time work, 1 week work, right? So if you want to pursue the particular idea, you need to assess, you need to check it whether this idea is really viable, feasible, right? It's not just about somebody is going to buy, somebody, I'm going to generate income. Whether I'm going to make some difference in someone's life or not. If not today, at least after next 2 years, next 6 months of period of time. Okay. So you are going to check the idea that you have it. Then you're going to check with the when you're checking the idea, other than the metrics that I mentioned it, we also need to see the opportunity. We also need to see the people and capital and what kind of mission that you have it. How you are going to achieve this particular mission. That is the most important aspect. So it also talks about various external factors, as you can see that culture, economics, social modes, legal system, monetary aspects, everything is going to play an important role. How this particular idea is going to be viable, feasible, how you're going to launch a venture, right? Next one, we have different types of social enterprises. We can call it as a embodied social enterprise, that is known as mission centric. Next one is integrated social enterprise, that is also known as mission related. Third one, external social enterprise, it is known as mission unrelated. So let me give one by one example how what it is all about it. When I talk about embodied social enterprise, it means my business activities and social activities are going to be the same. I'm integrating my business social programs and business activities in the same manner. The kind of activity that I'm going to carry, are they aligned towards my social programs? When I talk about integrated, I have social programs, I have the people, beneficiaries, I also have market group. So there are two different markets as a part of integrated for profit, not for profit. I can say that is a hybrid organization. When it comes to the external, it is completely for profit. So first one is not for profit, second one is a hybrid, third one is a for profit organization. Let me go with a few examples. Employment support model. Employment support model means as a social entrepreneur, as a social enterprise, you are going to provide certain employment opportunities for the people. There are different mechanisms, there are different ways how we are going to provide employment opportunities. Hundreds of examples, hundreds of case studies we have it. One case study, that is the name of the social enterprise is Let's Recycle. Let's Recycle. It is from Ahmedabad. Currently, they have expansion. They also right now working in Indore as well. The founder of the organization is Sandeep Patel. He launched this particular venture and he was back of so many investors. Nearly around 63 plus, I think, investors he approached. I'm talking in the year 2011, 2012, that time. None of the investor was ready to look at his idea, listen to his idea. They're not convinced how he's going to sustain. Okay. But after 2016, I think after 2016, I think 2016, 2014, people are back of him. Now he's saying that I don't want money. Okay. Why? Swachh Bharat mission. Most of the companies are they want to spend money in the wash areas, recycling, waste management, right? Now he's saying that please, I don't want money, right? Now, what exactly Let's Recycle is all about it? You must have seen so many rack pickers in our day-to-day life, right? Each and every rack picker, if you observe it clearly, I may be wrong also. It is my based on my limited understanding. Each and every rack pickers will have minimum 3 to 4 kits. Each and every rack pickers will have minimum 3 to 4 kits, and their age, I don't see even 4 to 5 years gap also. They're all small, small kits, right? So this is one thing. Second thing, each and every rack picker, on average per day, they is going to bend around 800 to 1200 times in their lifetime. I mean, on per day. Okay. Even 1000 times if they bend also for collecting the waste. It can be hazardous waste, dry waste, wet waste. There are different types of waste. And there is no guarantee that at the end of the day, they may get 100 rupees. Sometimes they may get 500. Sometimes they may get 50 rupees. Sometimes they don't think, I don't think so. There's no guarantee like this much amount I'm going to get for a day. And there's no house. They don't have any kind of Aadhaar card, ID cards, because they keep migrating. They keep moving from one place to another place, right? So their life is like completely risk at the risk, right? Now, what Let's Recycle is doing that they have approached the rack pickers. They said that you are going to do same work, but you are going to work in my organization. You are going to work as employee of my organization. I'm going to train you how to collect the waste. This particular founder, he is going to train the rack pickers how to collect the waste. What I means to say that they have a lot of equipments, how to collect the wet waste, dry waste, hazardous waste, a lot of, including they're able to get the dress like I'm so and so employee of so and so organization. Means it completely drastically changed. There was no guarantee how much income you're going to get it. But today they have monthly salaries. It's not just about monthly salary. Just because he's working as intermediary, just because they're employed as a part of this particular organization, they're getting their address proof, ID proofs. Like so and so, I'm working in so and so organization. They're able to get bona fide employee of the organization. Now they're able to get all types of social policy, social welfare schemes. Just imagine, he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything free of cost. He's not giving anything 1 rupee also from his pocket, right? But the way you are able to utilize them, right? That makes this what innovation. So innovation, it doesn't mean that you have to invent every time new wheel, right? So as a part of the waste management, you are able to employ rack pickers and you are trying to provide employment opportunities and wages, daily income, and you're training them how to collect the waste. I'm not going to discuss complete business model, but at least social entrepreneurship point of view. Uh, Very interesting case study. And what I'm discussing right now is hardly 5%, but it's very good case, in-depth case study. One can go through that, how this particular model is working, right? So this is one employment and employment point of view, employment support model. We also have one more social enterprise. Name of the social enterprise is Enable India. I'm sure some of you might be knowing name of the social enterprise, Enable India. It is in Bangalore. A very young and dynamic lady. Her name is Shanti Raghavan. Coming from a very good economic background and well settled. Settled. She got married and settled in USA. And unfortunately, her brother, when he reached 8th standard or 10th standard, he started losing the eyesight. She said that, brother, why don't you come to my place? We have all types of assistive devices. I'm sure many of your law faculty members, some of you might be faculty members. You might have seen your students, some of the students with the disabilities, they might be using certain screen reader softwares. As a part of University Grants Commission, we have one scheme, higher education for persons with special needs. So it is a mandatory that every institution, they should get this kind of resources for students with disabilities. It's not just one student or 10 students or 100 students. Student is a student. So if there is a need, if there is a scheme, why as a faculty members, we can't take initiative to implement UGC schemes. Now what she did, there are so many assistive devices, we have it. So he went to USA, he got good education, he got the job. But Shanti Raghavan felt, it's not just my brother. There are nearly 40 million persons with visual impaired candidates. What about them? Just because I'm coming from good economic background, I'm able to provide services. My brother got benefit out of it. What about millions of people? What about their life? Can you imagine? I don't know where I can ask this question. Just can you imagine yourself just closing your eyes for 30 seconds? Just imagine yourself. Don't scold me. Consider yourself as a person with visual impaired person. Okay. Please close your eyes. Please close your eyes if it's possible. Imagine yourself as a person with visual impaired. And there was heavy rain from last 2 days. And you have to go to home from your office. And most of your friends, they're not ready to talk about it. They're not ready to discuss. They're not ready to talk to you because you'll ask them some help, right? So they require some assistance. There are certain needs, certain devices are available, which is going to assist them. So if I'm going to get screen reader software as a person with a disability, I don't need to depend on my friend. Please tell me what you're reading. Please read for me. When it comes to the preparing for the exam, every person have different style of preparation, right? If somebody asking, please read loudly, I want to listen. I also want to write the exam. You won't feel comfortable. If it is one time, two times, okay. But every time if you have to read for someone, that too before the exam, you try to escape. You try to escape from that friend, right? Now, what is happening is Shanti Raghavan is she is providing training for the persons with the disabilities. Initially started with visual impaired. Later on, they have different types of different types of persons with disabilities. Now, what they're doing it, they are conducting training programs. They have right now collaboration with nearly 600 companies. Right now, they have collaboration with 600 companies. After conducting the training program, none of the employees or maybe founding member of the uh, Enable India is not asking that provide job for my client, provide job for my trainee. They are saying that I have prepared my trainees as per your work profile. So Shanti Raghavan, what she did, they studied all the multinational companies, their work profiles, what kind of jobs they're offering on it. So as per the job requirement, they started conducting various training programs. Means you are making your person with disabilities, person with visual impaired candidates to handle that particular task. Means you're not asking anything for sympathy point of view. You're saying that I have talented people who can do your work. Are you ready to employ? Are ready to take my employees, my trainees as a part of your organization or not? Just see, begging is different and show I have talent. and if you not select me, you're going to lose it. So you can see the difference between how you're going to negotiate with the people, right? So there are so many organizations we have it to talk about it. Social entrepreneurship, employment point of view. Okay. Next one we have service subsidization model. Service subsidization model. Uh, as you can see this particular slide, thanks to the one of the scholar I just mentioned earlier in the acknowledgement part, I've taken this particular screenshot from the one of the scholars' contribution. I have given at the beginning of the slide itself acknowledgement for that. Uh, if you look at this particular slide, as entrepreneurship clients, we have it. They are providing services, and one side they are providing services, on the other hand they are charging money. If you look at this particular, there are two arrows, dots. One line is going to provide services. Other dots, other arrow is going to provide services only, but they are charging money. Service subsidization model. It means as a social entrepreneur, we have two different markets. There is a name of the organization is called Arvind Eye Care. Name of the organization is Arvind Eye Care. I'm sure many of you might be knowing it. It is in Tamil Nadu, near to Madurai. This particular hospital launched with 6 beds. Right now, they have branches and so many organizations replicating this particular model all over the world. They have this particular venture, right? Now, what is the specialty of it? Arvind Eye Care. If you're having any problem with vision, any type of problem with the vision, Arvind Eye Care is the right choice to get treatment. Whether it's cataract lenses treatment, whether it's any kind of a person, any kind of eye related issues, Arvind Eye Care is the right problem. Whether it belongs to below poverty line, whether you're a billionaire, whether you're a millionaire, Arvind Eye Care is the right choice. I'm saying that whether it belongs to low economic background, whether it belongs to high economic background, service quality is the same. Without compromising the service quality, without compromising, they are providing services. They're not looking at whether it belongs to low economic background, whether it belongs to high economic background, right? They're able to provide services. And if you belongs to low economic background, they don't ask you money. They'll ask you just pay how much ever you can able to pay. Whether you're going to pay 1,000 rupees, whether you're going to pay 10,000, whether you're going to pay 1 lakh, whether you're going to pay 10 lakhs, it is completely up to you. But they're not going to ask money, right? Now, on the other hand, they're also going to charge money. Depends on the people. Those are coming from high economic background, they'll charge money. So whatever they're charging money from the high economic background people, they'll use that particular money to serve the people, those who really require services, those are coming from low economic background. Okay, you're charging from one economic group and providing services to other economic group. But how feasible it is in terms of sustainability, in terms of long-term point of view? They're able to maintain it, they're able to sustain just because they have control over the cost. If you look at the nature of the organization, functioning of the organization, every year Arvind Eye Care used to visit various nursery colleges. They used to take BSc students as a trainee of the organization. They take around 50 to 100 students and they provide stipend, they provide accommodation, they don't provide salary. There is a difference between salary and stipend, right? Now, the trainees, they're going to get the training experience, they're going to be trained. So, you're going to reduce your cost. Instead of hiring more number of workers, you're going to reduce your cost. Second one, when this particular hospital was launched, or before launching this particular hospital, many of the Indian doctors, they used to get the products, cataract lenses from the outside India. So we have to spend a huge amount of money. What Arvind Eye Care did, they launched their own research and development unit. They started manufacturing cataract lenses their own. As you are going to produce bulk and you are going to be the manufacturing unit, you have control over the cost. That is the reason you are able to provide services. You are able to subsidize your cost as per the requirement of your target group members, as per the requirement of your patients. Are they coming from a high economic background? If they're willing to pay, they're ready to pay. Yes, you're going to charge it. If somebody is not able to pay, you're not going to ask about it. So it is service subsidization model is one type of venture. This is one different kind of business model we have it. We also have market intermediary model. As you can see that this is a social enterprise. Left side we have clients, like your beneficiaries. On the right side we have market. There is an organization. Name of the organization is Krish Naturals. Uh, Krish Natural, he's my friend from Tata Institute of Science. Okay, his name is Parmer. When I was doing my PhD coursework, he was doing his social entrepreneurship course. If you look at his background, entire family is coming from agriculture family. Entire family was coming from agriculture family. He also wanted to continue agriculture, but he wanted to do something unique. He wanted to encourage organic. uh, okay, so what he did, he just approached the farmers, saying that I'm going to take your product, I'm going to sell it, your product in the market. I'm going to give the price, market price. Today, I'm just talking with you. I'm going to give the 50% in advance. 50% of advance money I'm going to give right now. And once you produce the product, once final product comes, I'm going to sell that particular product in the market. So he was convincing the first initial stage, he was convincing 10 farmers, 20 farmers, 50 farmers. So he was able to make it big, increase the number. So as a farmer, you are able to get on day one 50% of 50% as investment for your doing the agriculture. For cultivating, you're getting 50% as per the market price. Once we produce, once we get it, and you're going to get the remaining 50%. Now, what this particular Krish Natural is taking that, they're going to see what we are going to train farmers. Farmers knows everything in terms of their what kind of season, what is the season. For this particular season, what kind of crops are required. But there are certain information required in terms of high yielding variety of seeds. There are so many pesticides, right? And in addition to cultivation, how to sell this particular product in the market. We can't teach the farmers how to cultivate it, but how we can take this particular product, how we can make it differentiate. For example, Krish Naturals separate the product like A category, B category, C category. A category will go to the uh, multi malls. It will go to the different kind of malls, uh, departmental stores. B category will go to different places. C category will go to street roads. So they'll segregate the products based on the product. They'll also packet it. They'll decorate it. They'll sell it in different places. So what are the profits they're gaining it out of the particular profit? What are they promised as per the market price? They're going to give it to the farmer. So farmer is happy. The social enterprise, they're able to generate the income. There won't be any more. I mean, at least this particular enterprise is concerned. There is no scope for farmer suicide. Whatever happens, natural calamities comes. Whatever he promised it, he's going to give the clients. Right. So farmers are happy with this particular venture, and they're able to expand their venture into different parts of India as well. Fee for subsidized model. As a social enterprise, you're going to provide fee for fee for service model. There are so many ventures right now. We have it. Take it. Your mobile phone tells you it is a, like, you can call it as a Swiggy. You can call it as Zomato. You can call it as any product. Any venture right now is working with the help of the technology, right? Fee for service model. This is a very well established model right now. All over India, we have it. There is one organization called bookshare.org. Bookshare.org. Now, as I was talking about person with disabilities, as a student, I'm just going to attend what my teacher is talking about it. In addition that, what else I'm going to read? I can't read any book. My university is not ready to buy. Every university is not ready to buy soft copies. Every university is not hand screen reader softwares. So how I'm going to read? I can't read it. I have to listen only. Now, what fee for service books, bookshare.org doing that? They are buying the books, they are converting the hard copy into soft copy. They are giving this particular books to the person with visual impaired people, and they are giving this particular book services to the other persons. And whatever the other people are paying fees, they are able to purchase more new books, and they're able to provide more services to the different kind of person with the visual impaired candidates. Uh, if there are there any questions, shall we go ahead? Still 20 more minutes we have. I have one more case study in the meanwhile. I'm sure many of you might be knowing it. There is a person named Dr. Mittu Allur. Dr. Mithu Allur, as you can see on this particular slide, she's a person coming from very good economic background. It's not just economic background, very good political background, very close to our former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Srimati Indira Gandhi. And she got married, well settled, and she got the child with multiple disabilities. She got a child with multiple disabilities. Uh, Now she was looking for the school where she can enroll, admit her school, her children, her child in the school. Having good amount of money, having good amount of influence, but none of the schools ready to admit her daughter in the school. Right? There are some schools they're ready to take it just because they're going to get good amount of money. But as a mother, as a parent, she was not happy that joining her in this particular school. So what she did, she went to London. She did her because she explored all over India. It's not just Mumbai. It's not just Mumbai. She explored all over India. Are there any schools which can accommodate my daughter, which can provide inclusive education or at least special education for my daughter? But she was not satisfied with that. So she went to London and she did her special education course and she came back to India. She launched Spastic Society of India. Spastic Society of India. Right now it is called as Adopt. All disabled, all people together. Now, how it is considered social enterprise, that is a different question. I will talk to you later on. Adopt. I visited a number of times this particular school when I was in Mumbai. Now, what this particular school is doing that they're training these special teachers. Name it hearing impairment, name it intellectual disabilities, students with intellectual disabilities, any type of students with special needs can be enrolled are not only students, they're training various teachers. And today, whether Rehabilitation Council of India, whether as any Minister of Social Justice or person with disabilities, any institution, if somebody is offering any kind of courses, I think some credit goes to definitely Dr. Mithu Allur. I'm sure somebody can add it more also. With my limited understanding from last 30 years, 35 years, I can see that she played a huge role when it comes to offering special education courses. If you look at Rehabilitation Council of India, every year they used to give license. I can say, I don't know where I can call it as a license. Like these are some of the affiliated colleges are eligible to offer special education courses. You can see a lot of changes every year, right? Depends on the functioning of the schools, functioning of that colleges, depends on the human resources are available in that particular colleges. Time to time, you can see that Rehabilitation Council of India is to give, okay, these are some of the colleges are eligible to offer various courses. Now, I'm talking about 1970s, 1975. I'm not talking today, 2025. The kind of contribution she has made it, nothing is doing at free of cost. Nothing doing at free of cost. The training services are very nominal, but look at the impact you are able to create it. She was not thinking that she would have sent her daughter to London itself. She must have got education. That much influence she's having. That much education background she's having. Financial background she's having it. But she realized that it's not just about my daughter. There are so many people. So how we can bring the change, right? So that is the most important aspect of the aspect. Uh, any questions before going to any further case study? Do you have any questions? Let me stop it. I'll take a couple of questions if there are.
Okay, participant, any question query from your side?
Just if there are no questions, I'll take 5 more minutes. Few more important things I need to cover it. There is a name of the organization, Ashoka. Ashoka, the innovations for the public. The founder of the Ashoka is Bill Drayton. Bill Drayton, he is the person coined the term social entrepreneurship in the year 1980. Name of the person is Bill Drayton, William Bill Drayton. He is the founder of Ashoka, the innovations for the public. Now, right now, if you look at it, there are 4,000 plus Ashoka Fellows. Ashoka Fellows means the people, those are working at grassroots levels, are the people, those are coming with innovative ideas. They will be selected based on the ideas, their innovations, their uh, the kind of impact they would like to create. And everything will be funded by the Ashoka, the innovations for the public. This particular Ashoka is there in 95 countries right now. In 95 countries, they have branches. If you look at it from the Indian context, we have it in Bangalore. We have branch in Bangalore. It is very rigorous process to be selected as a Ashoka fellow. We have good number of Ashoka fellows from India. If your time permits, if those are interested to understand not only about Ashoka, if you want to understand real change makers, please go to this particular website, Ashoka, the innovations for the public. They differentiated based on the type of the business model, like for profit, not for profit, hybrid. They also differentiated, like working on sanitation, education, unemployment, poverty, right? So the different kind of variations we can able to see that. Next one, uh, Center for Social Innovation Entrepreneurship, IIT Madras. They have the case studies. They have listed about 324 ventures. That too, they have differentiated. You may see some replication, but it's really good bifurcation. They have done it based on the venture, based on the kind of product or services they're offering on it. So this is a really good. If somebody wanted to start offering social entrepreneurship or in general innovation entrepreneurship as a part of your course, as an elective course, so it is definitely is a really good learning. I mean, good reading material as a teacher. If you are really inspire, if you want to, your students, because without discussing case studies, it will be definitely boring for your students as well, right? And these are the some of the incubation centers in India. These are the few, but there are good number of incubation centers. We have it. Upaya Social Ventures is completely meant for social enterprises. We have it. Desera is another social enterprise, social incubation center. We have Willigro. It is a Indian as well as American incubation center. Then we have Deshpande Foundation. Recently, they started offering masters in social entrepreneurship from last 4 years, and every year they're conducting a couple of courses like development dialogues, sandbox, idea box. There are different there events are happening it, and Unlimited India is another good social incubation center. We have it, and there are a couple of incubation centers from IITs, IIMs in general. We have it. And if somebody want to really learn something about social enterprise, just like I'm sure many of you might be reading hobbies, right? Like reading novels, fictions. That kind of books I'm suggesting right now, like David Bronstein, How to Change the World. You'll get a lot of case studies, a lot of inspiring cases. You don't feel that you're reading something. You don't feel that okay, I have to read 10 pages, 50 pages. You feel that I have to read more. So that kind of reading resources, these are some of the important case studies. Nicholas, Social Entrepreneurship, New Models of Sustainable Social Change. This is another interesting model, textbook one can able to read. These are all additions to what I mentioned at the beginning of the session. But from the Indian context, I suggest you to read Professor Madhukar Shukla, Social Entrepreneurship in Indian Point of View. I'll be happy to take questions. Otherwise, I can go for a few more case studies as well. Let me see if there are any questions. In chat boxes, yeah.
So one question from T. Chopra. Under which law social enterprise be registered and how to decide which model to follow? Are there any government scheme promoting?
Okay. So I used to invite Dr. Kalpesh Kumar for this particular
And
session every semester, every year. When I'm teaching this particular semester, social entrepreneurship course, I'll give this particular task to Kalpesh Kumar Gupta. But one point I want to discuss: there are different kind of legal entities we have it, like one-person company, private limited partnership, okay, and public. There are so many entities we have it. As a founding member, you should decide whether you want to go for what kind of venture, for profit, not for profit, hybrid ventures, right? Whether you want to go for compliances or not, whether you want to get any kind of exemptions or not. So there are so many entities we have it. I think maybe in coming classes we are going to have discussion on legal venture, legal startups. I believe definitely Dr. Kalpesh is going to answer this particular question to you. Okay, how to decide which model to follow? I have answer to this question. Sorry for the first question. For the first question, I have collected data from 50 social enterprises. Based on my research work, many of the ventures opted for limited liability partnership. Many of the social enterprises, out of 50, nearly 35 ventures, they opted for limited liability partnership. So I'll give this particular task to Kalpesh in coming days. Definitely is going to answer to you. Now coming to the second part, how to decide which model. So I have presented three models. One is for profit. Second one is not for profit. Third one is hybrid model. Now as a founder member, what you want to do it? Whether you want to, for example, when I talk about the not for profit, if you look at the functioning of the not for profit, you are going to launch any particular business venture. Like for example, my parent organization is working for elderly persons. I am working for elderly persons, is my NGO, is a parent organization. In order to run this particular NGO, parent organization, I am doing jewelry business. I am doing a travel agency. It can be cloth business, any kind of business as a sister organization. Whatever the profits I'm getting out of this particular business, commercial business, I'm going to reinvest in my parent organization. That is called for profit. Okay. So my business, that is called external social enterprise. Means the business activities are different, social activities are different. Only thing is the profit that I'm gaining from here, I'm reinvesting in my parent organization. So what is your area of the work? Are you trying to work for integrating both business activities, social activities together? Are you going to have two different markets like Arvind Eye Care? We have two different markets. One is the person who can able to pay. The other is who cannot able to pay. That is called integrated social enterprise, for profit as well as not for profit, hybrid model. So it's again depends on the founding member, what you want to do, what kind of change that you want to bring it, right? Are there any government schemes? Every state have various schemes. It's not, they're not going to differentiate. You are coming from social entrepreneurship, you are going to coming from commercial entrepreneurship. There are so many schemes, irrespective of whether it's social enterprise, commercial entrepreneurship, they are going to provide services. But once we attend, if you want to attend any pitch competitions, you need to see whether how much sustainable your venture is. Are you going to take 1 year to reach break even? Because if you're where you're pitching, that is very important. Okay, there are government schemes are there, but if you're looking for seed grant and if you want to pitch, don't pitch everywhere. Try to select the areas where you can pitch. Before going for pitching your ideas, see that background directory of the particular investors, what kind of ideas were funded. Are they ready for the social impact point of view? Are they wanted to only get maximize their profits in short-term point of view? Okay. Dr. Sagar, thank you so much, Professor. Harlin Kaur, sir, how we get government permission to launch my own product? Like if I wanna sell milk under my own brand, may I can clear my question? Maybe can I? See, right now we have Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta. He's having around 4 to 5 inches. Right now we have 4 to 5 inches. I think one is Law Teachers India. Right now we have all the training, skill development, research methodology courses. A lot of certificate courses are happening it. Okay. As an entrepreneur, what is your passion? What do you want it? He want as a uh, founding member of Law Teachers of India, he want to build a legal gap, legal skills gap. If you look at the diversity of the courses he's conducting it, many of the law universities, national law schools are not offering it. Even if they offer it, everybody may not able to have access to that. Register Law Teachers India. He didn't launch his startup. He didn't register for it. Dr. Kalpesh, am I right? He didn't launch it. He's having passion. He was looking for the similar kind of mindset people who are, for example, he want to offer this particular course, entrepreneurship. So he started looking for who are the experts can deliver this particular product in good manner. So you just need to think, okay, I want to do something, just launch it. Think about it, how viable, why feasible before launching it. Okay. You don't need to take permission from anyone, right? Because you're not harming anyone in the case. But if you want to launch your venture, if you want to register it, there are so many formalities. If you are going for formalities, well and good, because under Startup India scheme, under DP, IIT scheme, there are so many schemes we have. If you want get seed fund, if you're looking for fund from the government, then you have to get the registration, right? So otherwise, your willingness, your passion decides how soon you're going to launch it. How it's not just about launching. How what are the launch product that you're going to launch it? It's not going to be for example, if Dr. Kalpesh is going to come up with any kind of events, it is not going to be one time event, two times event. People, okay, something is coming from Law Teachers India, we should must attend it. So that is the passion. That is he ensures that whoever is calling, they should justify it. So, as an entrepreneur, what kind of precaution that you're taking, that how I'm going to satisfy my beneficiaries or my participants? So we need to plan. You need to look at it, different angles, different point of view. So permission and all, you don't require as such. It's all about willingness. It's all about how you launch it, how you are able to take care of each and every aspect to launch your venture. Okay. Next, I hope I answered Professor Kaur. Otherwise, please let me know. Okay. Next one, Dr. Smriti. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Vijay Mala. Thank you, Professor Vijay Mala. Within this, how does social enterprise measure success? Definitely than a commercial. When you talk about the measuring social impact, we have a concept called social return on investment. Social return on investment. For example, I'm sure many of you might be knowing cost benefit analysis. Many of you might be knowing cost benefit analysis, like for example, or return on investment. Return on investment means if I'm giving 1 lakh rupees to Dr. Kalpesh, after 1 month, I'm going to expect 10% interest or 2% interest, 3% interest. But when it comes to the social return on investment, as a founding member, as a investor, as an impact investor, I'm giving my money not in terms of looking for the return. Yes, I'm looking for the return, but not in terms of the financial aspect. I'm looking for the social impact. What kind of changes you are able to add it? What kind of value you are able to add on my name to your beneficiaries, various beneficiaries. So what else can be done in that case, right? So there is concept called social return on investment, and there is one more concept, a theory of change. Theory of change includes around 5 components. Like if I want to run this particular venture, what are the resources required? If I get these particular resources, what are the activities I'm going to carry? If I get these particular activities, what kind of output I'm going to create it? If I'm able to create this much output, what is the outcome of it? So activities, what are the resources required? By using these particular resources, what are the activities that you're going to carry? By carrying these activities, what is the output? Output means in terms of quantity. How many people are going to be trained? How many programs you are going to conduct? How many people you are going to reach? That is output. Output means what kind of impact that you're able to create it. Just because you're attending this particular course, at least 2% of people are able to get some kind of understanding, are able to apply it, are able to uh, teach the students. This some cases have used, or maybe some of the cases they have used, right? So output, we have outcome. So these are the components. By using these particular components, one can able to assess the impact, social impact. Last question. One more question. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become social entrepreneur? When you talk about the advice, I'm not social entrepreneur, but I'm able to interact with a good number of social entrepreneurs. Based on my understanding after their interactions, what you want to do, whether you want to be a job creator, whether you want to be a job creator, are you looking for the status? Are you looking, nothing wrong. As an individual person, I don't want to depend on someone. I want to have good financial status. So while securing this particular financial status, I'm helping someone, right? Now, thing is, as a social entrepreneur, what is your passion? What is your passion in that case? If you're hang sympathy, don't launch your venture. If you hang sympathy, don't launch your venture, okay? Because it's not going to work for the long term. But if you're committed to bring some change, then you launch your venture, right? Uh, last, if I want to apply social enterprise grant, what all ingredients be in it? So there are different kind of canvas we have it, like business model templates we have it. There is also a concept called social business model canvas. Dr. Kalpesh shared some Google Drive link. Maybe by tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll be uploading some materials. Maybe you can check it out. We have some templates. Uh, this particular template consists of 9 blocks. Who are the customer segments? What no social value what is the social value proposition? What are the different channels? What are the who are the partners? What are the resources required? What is the market revenue? And what are the cost exemptions? There are so many blocks. This is a plan. You can check it out, and with a proper explanation, proper examples, I'll be giving you some reading material. I'm sure that will be definitely help you in that case. As time is very less, so I'm not able to take much. Any questions further? Was this session helpful?
Yes, yes, yes.
If there is any feedback, feel free to tell me. Yes. Yeah, please.
Yes, thank you very much. Any other, sorry, we won't be taken, able to take more questions.
If any appa are there. What is appa?
App.
Okay.
App.
Okay. Any app there are
Drafting,
to enhance drafting we are providing to student. Absolutely. Thank you, Professor Smriti and Professor Sekuntala. I think coming session definitely there is going to be a lot of sessions going to be covered.
yeah.
Definitely, Dr. Kalpesh is going to help you. Even at the end of the day, if you feel that something is missing from drafting point of view, please approach him. Definitely will help you. Yeah.
By the end of,
Yes.
maybe
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we will get a lot of
As,
clarity because based by step things are
as
happening
today is second day, it's
yesterday.
early to expect, but at the end of the day, definitely, I'm sure you'll get some understanding about the drafting part as well.
So, Dr. Afia, over to you. So thank you very much, Dr. Rao, for great session. And then again, in physical, I also attended many program conducted by you at GNLU while working. And then, as I told you, I also came to know about the social enterprise in IIM Ahmedabad. One of the case study that I have come to know. Otherwise, people know only entrepreneurship. That's the word. So that
Even I want to discuss that case study, but time is not there. Yeah.
yeah, so that from guest session also I come to know that miracle courier for the benefit of participant, and then gradually through your many case study also and personal experience by this program we also learn a lot of things because people are there, they want to do contribute to society, so there is a way you can do it with the help of the social enterprise and then plan your initiative accordingly. So thank you very much, and on behalf of organizing community Knowledge India, we are grateful for you and look forward to seeing you in future.
Thank you,
Thank
Kalpesh.
you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I thank all the participants.
Thank you very much, participant. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you.